This is Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning.
Every year we like to test your skills with the nearly impossible 2K TV challenge.
Very few have won, many have lost. I love seeing the tears of sadness roll down the faces of so many competitors, NBA players, 2K League Pro players.
Detroit, Michigan, Motown is the setting for the Warriors. One of the all-time greats to be sure, and still at the height of his game. Stephen Curry aiming to put on a show and lead his... It's Thursday night, and it's the NBA here on 2K Sports, along with Steve Smith and Greg Anthony. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Eric Pascal out there with Junior, and Wiggins in at the threesome. And for the Pistons, they've got Griffin, also Whiteside out there, and it's Bone in at the one. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Pass to George. Shot on the wing. Kemp with the rebound. And here's Golden State. Outside Curry. Pass to Kemp. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Back to Kemp. Shot clock at 5. And Griffin sends it back. Here's Bone. Last time out he had 13 points. Whiteside, no good.
And because of the versatility, Pascal is a guy you can kind of plug into almost any lineup.
Has just enough length, GA, and strength and skill in shooting. Doesn't stand out in one area, but as a whole, he's a difference maker at both ends. Nice to see Junior rise above the rim. I hope you didn't underestimate his athletic ability.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Bone, guarded by Curry. Bone passes to George. Whiteside trying to break free. A nice shot by George.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Curry outside. Detroit with the rebound. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it will be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
Very difficult game to predict. They are not familiar with each other. I expect to see a lot of in-game adjustments tonight on both sides.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Singletary covered by Wiggins. Here's Whiteside, rejected by Kemp.
Great awareness on the defensive end. Junior relishes any chance he gets to rise up and block it.
Passes it to Pascal. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Down low. Kemp inside, defended by George. Kemp with the bucket.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Griffin looking it over. Here's Bone. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. The three. Whiteside trying to break free. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Pascal finds Curry. It's tipped. Stolen by George. .146 left here in the opening quarter. Singletary defended by Pascal. Count that one.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Let's send it over to Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Nate McMillan. David.
Well, Kevin, speed will be on display this evening. He told his players get out and transition every chance they get and try to turn this into a track meet. We'll see if they can have their running shoes on tonight. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David.
There's a glimpse of Junior's remarkable athleticism. His ability to finish is special.
Here's Barkley. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. To the wing right side. The pass to McKinley. Knocks down the three ball.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside Kemp. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Lays it up off the glass. Kemp's got 10 points in the game.
Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period, and he continues to stay aggressive.
Barkley outside. Pass to Griffin. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Golden State. Kemp's got 6 rebounds in the game. Floats it up for Junior.
And because of Junior's confidence and his composure, he has the ability to go on scoring runs like this.
Right against Barkley. Pass to Griffin. Great D that time from Kemp. Junior, he is feeling it tonight and has been the driving force, guys, for the Golden State Warriors. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Right back after this break. And for anyone who thinks this game isn't about hard work.
I can't tell you how many shots I've taken in my life.
And as we know, great. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Warriors trail by 4. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Eric Paschal. And it's Kemp in at the 5 down low. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh,
I was championship night. I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Oh, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face. Yeah.
Ouch. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first half.
And look how Junior's ability to read the defense pays off. Finds an opening, and bam.
Detroit leading by 3. Here's Bone. On the wing, George. King against Paschal. 6 to shoot. And it's Jumboya in the corner. Offline with his 3.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Wizards, put on a show. He dropped in 29 points and was his usual dominant self on the glass. The stat line was filled, and the whole league was talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, that's what it means to be unselfish, putting the team's interests first. As you say, he just wants to come away with the W.
Singletary, covered by Wiggins. Doumbouya can't get it to go.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
To the middle. Got a piece of it.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Back to George. From past the arc. But they'll get another chance. The shot, no good. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Pistons lead by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Junior in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
They've got Paul George. Whiteside is out there with Griffin, and it's Bone in at the point guard position. They're the group for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Pistons passing it around. Passes it to George. Hits the three-point bomb. George has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Pistons. Curry passes to Kemp. Wiggins outside. Knocked away. Griffin with the steal. Here's the break. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
You see Griffin keeping his eyes up, looking for a hole in that defense.
I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
Greg, it was a shot he barely attempted through his first 6 seasons in the league. Now he's made it a key part of his arsenal.
The pass to George. Over Thompson. That one rolling around and rims out.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
Wiggins kicks to Kemp. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Somewhat late to the game of basketball, Junior's natural abilities were apparent from the first time he ever stepped on the floor, and he's been cultivating them ever since.
Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
The Warriors shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. The Pistons trailing. Barkley outside. Shoots over Powell. And he can't bank that one in. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Warriors shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And he makes the first. Doumbouya is checked in for Whiteside. The Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. George looking over the floor. 6 on the shot clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Junior.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. Pistons ahead. They lead by 2. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Eric Pascal out there with Andrew Wiggins, and it's Kemp in at the 5.
We don't talk about it enough. Curry has unbelievable vision.
The Pistons leading. Here's Bone. Singletary covered by Wiggins. Singletary and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, easy call.
First free throw is good. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Yep, it goes. And the Piston lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Junior.
You want to put your players in a position to succeed. Case in point, getting Junior the high percentage look.
Here's George. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Thompson.
Clearly a foul.
The first one falls.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
And George drops them both. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Now, here's Junior. He's guarded closely. Can't hit from in close. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Griffin's got his first bucket of the night. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. He kicks to Wiggins. Curry dishes to Junior. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. He took the opportunity when he saw it.
Nice play call. You know Clay's deadly in the catch and shoot game. Get him the rock.
And George, here we go. Right side. Great D that time from Kemp.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Back to Curry to take the lead. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And not backing down from the physical defense. Junior embraces taking on these challenges.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
That one drops. He ties it up. The Pistons have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Out left to the wing. Those 3-pointers off the mark. The Warriors have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Curry on the wing. Pass to Pascal. Golden State moving it around. George against Thompson. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Right side. Great positioning on the putback. And the Pistons lead by 2.
Getting involved when it counts. White side getting it done.
To the inside. Stolen by George. Here's Bone. Curry with the steal. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Curry leading the charge.
Just the shot they needed from Junior, revitalizing his team with some fiery play.
From deep, George. And it's Junior with the rebound. Junior's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after. The shot by Curry, no good.
And really, for some reason, just not a big part of their offense today. Hard to get into a rhythm when you're getting so few opportunities at the rim.
From deep, George. The Warriors pull it in.
You know, we talk a lot about scoring efficiency. He's displaying the exact opposite.
Here's Junior, and Junior throws it down.
Good intensity from Junior here. Boxes out to win the rebound and goes right back up for the score.
1:14 left in the game. George with no one around. George missing again.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're behind by 4. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Junior.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Boy is checked in for the Pistons. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to hear Nate McMillan talk to his team during the break. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here, but we can't make mistakes. You got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
And it's Detroit's ball.
Yeah, this isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
You know what? Their focus right now, every possession has to yield points.
Shoots from 14. Kemp with the rebound. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they go to the intentional foul. And no good is the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're trailing by 3. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Also, interesting choice to be made right here. We need either a 3 or a quick 2 and a 5.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Don't underestimate Klay Thompson on the defensive end. Perfect timing on the block.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. Here's Bone. It falls. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1. 8 seconds left in the fourth. And now they foul and stop the clock.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2.
Not projected to be a big-time defensive player coming out of college. Clay's now often asked to lock down the opponent's best scorer.
Second one is good. And both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Huge shots. Tremendous job stepping up in a big way for them at the stripe.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
This is where you want to run a play. Don't just walk it up and heave it.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
And yes, even myself. But we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, we should talk about your loss a little bit more. But let's talk about the first ever to win it, and that was Miles Brown. He got 1 million VC. I wonder what he did with all that VC.
We are never going to see half of that, Alexis.
That's right. And now it's time to announce the NBA 2K21 2K TV Challenge.
The NBA 2K TV Challenge is back.
Come on, come on.
This time, it's 3-on-3.
Oh my goodness.
We're challenging players to take on NBA 2K21's 3 cover athletes.
This is going to be over quickly.
This includes all-time Damian Lillard, who dons the current-gen cover, Zion Williamson, who is featured on the next-gen covers, and all-time Kobe Bryant, who graces the Mamba Forever Edition covers.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
For the land of the...
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Now, Golden State's starting 5. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Kemp is out there with Eric Pascal. And it's Wiggins in at the 3. And for Memphis, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's DeRozan in at the 3, the small forward. Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
You know, some of that I think depends on the leadership you have in your locker room. Certain guys just keep everybody engaged and motivated. And you know what? You've got to break the season down into chapters to help yourself with the motivation, because sometimes that season can be so long and it's hard to stay focused in the present when you start thinking about the postseason.
I agree. Here's DeRozan following the basket by Junior. Now Thompson. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Junior kicks to Curry. Back to Kemp. Clock at 6. And Junior throws it down.
I mean, if you're Curry's teammate, this is what you have to do. Take advantage of the defender reacting to him. I mean, he'll find you if you're open.
Here's DeRozan. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Bulls in Chicago. Pass to Morant. A 3-ball. Cranes the 3-pointer. Morant's got 5 now.
In motion, Morant's shooting ability is solid. But when he's this setup, man, this is outstanding.
And you watch DeRozan play, he still has that explosiveness. Great first step out of the triple threat position. Can switch directions on the go. Is still a handful to slow on the perimeter.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Jackson. And he overshot that one, missing. Curry against Morant. Stolen by Jackson. DeRozan on the wing. Valanciunas inside. Kemp's there. Feeds to Jackson. Brooks dishes to DeRozan. Over Wiggins. DeRozan's shot is off. Greg, with the explosiveness you talked about with DeRozan, it helps that he finishes so well when he gets to the rim.
And maybe not what he once was, but he is still an elite level athlete. Doesn't only have to drop the hammer when he gets to the rim either. Very smooth at adjusting mid-flight to finish at the rim.
Morant bats for two. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. DeRozan's got his third assist on the night. Valanciunas on the double team. Junior kicks to Wiggins. Curry on the wing. The three. DeRozan with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Passes it to Brooks. Fires the three. That one doesn't go. The Warriors go the other way with it. Curry passes to Pascal. And slam dunk by Pascal. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
And there's 1:45 left in the first quarter. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
And given his style, it feels like Curry could play as long as he wants.
Why not? The thing you never lose is your jump shot. Plus, Steph, he can beat you with instinct, awareness, rather than relying on his explosive athleticism. And if his team keeps their offensive...
Brooks outside. Morant against Curry. Now here's Valanciunas. Not a lot of room. Here's Clark. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Junior.
Easy to appreciate the physicality that Clark plays with. This is what earns him those calls.
Memphis shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And the first one drops. And the Warriors making a change here. Pascal's checked in. And so Clark nails both of them. Warriors trail by 4.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Eric Pascal. And it's Junior in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Thompson for 3. DeRozan with the rebound. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Valanciunas inside. He's covered by Kemp. Back to Valanciunas. Puts up a 3. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist from Valanciunas. DeRozan's got the lead up to 7 now for Memphis. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Pistons, was a driven man. He had 35 points, but it was his season high in rebounds that really stood out. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, right. Now, I'm sure he wants to come out in attack mode. The other key for him is to continue to get to his spots on the floor.
There's the pass to Junior, stolen by Brooks. And here we go. Morant heading to the hoop. Yep, that one goes. And now a 9-point Memphis lead.
With agile hands and precise timing, Brooks gets the fast break started with a quality defensive effort.
Here's Kemp. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, and sometimes it just comes down to a couple of critical plays which you need to execute in close, ugly games.
Valanciunas, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
And this is why his teammates respect him. The hustle, the energy. You gotta love it.
And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. Valanciunas finds Morant. Oh, the lob to Valanciunas. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Clark. Grayson Allen comes in for DeMar DeRozan. White, he's checked in for Dylan Brooks. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Morant.
What I love about Junior, he's got grit and tenacity. He's always looking for ways to improve.
And here's White. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Allen passes to Valanciunas. Just 4 to shoot. Allen's shot is off.
I mean, he struggles with his finishes sometimes. I mean, it's kept him from being an elite player. I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
He kicks it to Valanciunas. It's tipped. Powell with the steal. To the paint. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Here's White. The Grizzlies with another miss. And so it's Memphis. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And a chance now to send it over to David Alton. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
And it's Morant missing.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Thompson passes to Pascal. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Valanciunas has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Now, Ja Morant says in an era of 5-star recruits, he was a no-star.
The Warriors shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And that one misses.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Right against Jones. Just 5 on the clock. And that one drops. Jones has got the lead up to 11 now for the Grizzlies.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
Oh, that's a tough shot. I mean, you have to have confidence in your abilities to even take it.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be, that could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Jones against Wright. Jones looking for an opening. Down low. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Here's Kemp, and Junior throws it down.
Yeah, with each basket tonight, Junior's confidence has increased. Just playing fantastic in this one.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Memphis out in front. They're up by 7. And we're coming back in just a moment. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
4th quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Setting the floor for the Warriors. They've got Powell. He's out there with Junior. Steph Curry's out there with Eric Pascal. And it's Newton in at the 2-guard position.
Well, that's a pretty serious blow, guys. I mean, they are showing they want this game. Staying active defensively and putting up some quick points.
Curry with a wide open look. It's rebounded by Memphis. Valanciunas has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Curry against Allen. The feed to Valanciunas. Great D that time from Kemp.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been an easy layup.
Pascal, the pass to Kemp. And there's another turnover by the Warriors. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Grayson Allen. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Golden State. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. And DeRozan kicks to Jones. Shot clock at 6. Pass to DeRozan. This one for 3. No good. And Golden State will go the other way with it. It's Curry outside. DeRozan with the rebound. DeRozan's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And if you're looking for the main reason that they're trailing in this game, look no further than his shooting. I mean, he has hit exactly 0% of his shots.
And now here comes Jones leading the break. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. 3-1. It's going to be on Junior. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Clark, he's checked in for Jackson. Brooks comes in for Derek White. And it's John Morant in for Tyus Jones. And the Warriors also making a change. Wiggins is checked in. DeRozan against Thompson. It's stolen by Curry. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. He feeds it to Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
And that one's good by Clark.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Golden State moving the ball around. Here's Thompson. Got it from 16 feet. Thompson's got 4 this quarter.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Morant passes to DeRozan over Wiggins. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Morant. And the Grizzlies lead by 11.
And the offensive energy of DeRozan won him that shot. He never stops working the floor, looking for those opportunities. It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Warriors trail by 11. To the middle, here's Kemp, and then Kemp slams it in.
Oh, that's a great pass by Thompson. You see the skill, the craft. He's adept at finding open guys.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They're up by 9. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, DeMar DeRozan.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%, always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection have also both been tremendous.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Memphis's head coach had some words for the team during the break. He said, guys, we don't want to play hero ball. We don't want to take threes that aren't there. There are better options when you run the offense all the way through. Kevin, we'll see if they can make that adjustment.
Thank you, David. Morant with it. 1:03 left in the game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Defense tries to stop Morant's drive, but his nimbleness ensures he still gets to a good shot.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter. Curry kicks to Pascal. Kemp passes to Pascal. Outside Curry. Looking to get back on track here, and it's good on the layup.
Taking the hit, still making them pay. Steph with tremendous toughness.
Now here's Morant. And finished up by Morant.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they played for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort. You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
On the wing, DeRozan. Over Curry. No good off the back of the rim. Guys, a comeback probably not in the cards at this point.
Yeah, I think you can put a fork in it.
Floats it up for Junior. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
No, a little above the rim work from Junior. I mean, he's a nice target to have on the lob. I mean, if he can make the catch, he'll throw it down.
Morant outside. So it's Memphis picking up the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
This will take place on blacktop mode in a game to 5 in the half court on Hall of Fame difficulty.
That's why it's hard.
If the past is any indication, we'll wish our challengers good luck because they're going.
And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. Hello, fans. Welcome to this presentation of the NBA Sunday Night Action right here on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Paul Millsap out there with Porter. Then there's Murray. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 2. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Eric Paschall out there with Junior. And it's Wiggins in at the small forward position. Do you remember, Greg, if you watched the standings very much when you played?
You know, we were always aware of it, and a lot of that had to do with the goals. I remember early in my career playing for the Knicks, you know, we were trying to win championships, and we talked a lot about home court and having that come postseason time. So you were absolutely aware of where you were because of the goals you set. But I think that also changes depending on who you are as a team. You know, if you're a championship caliber team that's won it, and maybe you're in the midst of a dynasty run, it may not matter as much because you know how good you are and you can win no matter where the venue.
Kemp inside. He's guarded by Cousins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Thompson against Bogdanovich. Here's Junior, and it's Kemp with the jam.
Well, on the offensive end, Junior willing to go down there and get dirty for an extra possession.
Curry against Murray. Pass to Millsap. Back to Murray. Outside for Millsap. Beyond the arc. Kemp with the rebound. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I caught up with Greg Popovich. Coach said they have to concentrate on Steph Curry's outside game, but there's more to it than that. He said, we know what kind of shooter he is, but we can't get caught up guarding him 35 feet out. We'll live with some of those threes before we let him beat us with penetration. So, Kevin, if Curry wants to show off his deep long-range game, he may have a chance. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. No one near him. And the shot is long.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide-open jumper, just unable to do so.
Murray against Curry. Outside, Bogdanovich. Sinks the triple. Bogdanovich has got 5.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Curry kicks to Paschall. Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
Klay Thompson down in the paint, rising up quickly for the jam.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Murray with it, picked up by Thompson. Pass to Cousins. From deep. The shot missing. The Warriors go the other way with it. They beat the Spurs during their last encounter in San Antonio.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the charts.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Millsap finds Porter. Murray against Paschall. Millsap has the open look. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Millsap anticipating the pass there and set himself up for the shot.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just...
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Then it's Wiggins. Then it's Junior. And it's Smilagic in at the 4. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Here's Junior. And Junior throws it down.
That's just called working within the offense as Thompson, unwilling to settle for a shot, has good vision, and then sees the open man.
Outside, Bogdanovich. The pass to Porter. Inside, here's Millsap. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Kemp.
And I hope kids out there are watching the textbook form on Thompson's jumper.
so many things that you can check the boxes on in terms of the fundamentals of a great shooter. It starts at the base. It's great footwork. You square up. You got a quick release, and you got to follow through. It really is something to watch.
Bogdanovich looking around. Clock at 6. Good D by Thompson.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And Junior throws it down.
Well, Steph Curry, one of the greatest shooters in the history of the NBA, but also a very gifted passer, great at finding his teammates.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And it's blocked, and he keeps control of the ball. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And, guys, we call that the zone, because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Grizzlies, had a huge game. He finished with 20 points and throughout the game took smart, efficient shots that found the bottom of the net. That performance is what we've come to expect during this great run of his. And we'll see if he can continue to stay hot.
And David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. A different look now for San Antonio. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Paul Millsap. And Walker subbed in for Michael Porter. I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Poole. Here's Kemp. And Junior throws it down.
And this has been Junior's game so far. It's obvious he's not afraid to step up and carry the offense.
Murray outside. Pass to Morris. That one good for 2. Morris has got his first points in this one.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
44 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Passes it to Newton. Rebound by Murray.
Yeah, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
There's just no question about Boogie Cousins and how elite he is as a talent in this league, especially at his position. A bruising, powerful center who could do.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And now we'll send it over to David. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Junior in this one, he's been everywhere.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. We got DeMarcus Cousins. Bogdanovich out there with DeJounte Murray. Then there's Paul Millsap, and it's Porter in at the small forward. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong, I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
An 80% shooter. The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid.
And both free throws good for Junior.
What I love about Junior, he's got grit and tenacity. He's always looking for ways to improve.
Millsap trying to get open.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Thompson. And no good, trying to use the glass.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Haskell against Porter. 6 to shoot. Poked loose, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in.
We talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
And Curry has it in the corner. Outside Kemp, pass to Wiggins. Outside for Curry. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Spurs trail by 11. Now, here's Bogdanovich. He has 5. Murray left side. Just 5 to shoot. Cousins, no one around him. A three-pointer off the mark.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Well, you hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed, or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position that has changed?
You know, you think back to the likes of Russell, Wilt, Kareem, and Hakeem, and Robinson, and Shaq. Some would say, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the paint, right? You know, Giannis.
Yep.
You look at what he can do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big. It's just that you now can actually, in some respects, have more impact because you are involved in more facets of the game.
And Murray's got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. The feed to Junior. And Kemp slams it in.
No stopping Junior here. The assertive slam, hot off the drive, just overwhelms the D.
Murray against Curry. Murray surveying the D. Now the pass to Millsap. Fades. Kemp with the rebound. Kemp's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after. Hood against Curry. At the elbow, it's Junior. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. In the corner, right with it. Pass to Newton. Up top, Kemp. He's guarded by Cousins. Junior dishes to Powell. Here's Poole. He has 7. Clock at 4. And nothing is falling for him right now. Rubio outside. Down low. No good from Cousins. Gets it off. That shot off. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Warriors ahead, up by 4. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Spurs trail by 4. They've got Dwight Powell. He's out there with Junior. And it's Newton in at the 2 guard. That's the Warriors' 5. Walker the pass to Morris. Outside Bogdanovich. And it's in there.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Now take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
To the inside. Here's Walker. It's rebounded by Golden State. They've held a 12-point lead early. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. They find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home.
Junior not shying away from the physical play right now.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Rubio with it. And Bogdanovich kicks to Walker. Passes to Cousins. 6 on the shot clock. Bogdanovich wide open. No good on the triple. Warriors leading by 6. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Here's Newton, and that's going to be a travel.
Well, he was very reliable, keeping the ball in his hands during the first half. He's had a bad case of the butterfingers here in the second.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Paul Millsap is checked in for Morris. Porter comes in for Walker. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Ricky Rubio. Pass to Bogdanovich. Back to Murray from outside the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. Junior's got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place. Outside for Curry. Back to Kemp. Second shot opportunity. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on DeJounte Murray.
Now the pump fake and then the contact. Junior putting the defense in a tough spot.
And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
And he can't hit the second.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Wiggins against Murray. Here's Cousins. Over Kemp. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
And the Warriors miss again. Spurs trail by 7. The pass to Murray. To the paint. Here's Cousins. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. The Warriors have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Kemp against Murray. And Kemp slams it in.
And I consider Junior to be a natural athlete. Really impressed with his ability to finish plays.
1:53 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now Murray. Pass to Cousins. Unable to get that one. Great D that time from Kemp. Warriors leading by 9. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Back to Curry. On the wing, Wiggins fires the three. He can't get it to go. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Porter kicks to Murray. To the middle. And Cousins throws it down.
Well, Cousins with his height is able to get up there and jam that one down. Just get the ball deep to him on the inside and pretty much he'll take care of the rest.
Passes it to Pascal. Wiggins surveying the floor. And stolen by Cousins.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Now, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
Pass to Pascal. It's Thompson off the drive. Doesn't go that time. It's the Spurs taking it the other way. It's stolen by Curry. Oh, here comes Curry all alone. Drops in the breakaway layup. And the Warriors lead by 9.
So many guards that have great handles on the offensive end have great hands on defense too. That time, Steph Curry.
Bogdanovich. San Antonio again missing. And here's Kemp. So we see the Warriors get the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Owens, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.